Day, this is Tim Old Man Gig here, and we're going to go over and talk about ways to avoid and not get deactivated, whether no matter what platform you're using, whether that be Doordash, Ubereats, or any of the other ones. So hold on. All right, it's Tuesday. It's kind of slow, so I'm putting out this video and going over this with these top tips on how to avoid getting deactivated. As you all know, the major things you're going to have to worry about, and it'll be right up over here, and you can take a look at. I'll put up my stats. Is customer rating, making sure your customer rating doesn't fall below. I think it is 4.2%, because then you can be qualified to be deactivated if customers rate you that low, and it's over a rotating 100 deliveries or 100 ratings. Not deliveries, 100 on your customer rating. It's over 100 ratings, rotating. So you want to make sure you're keeping that up and you're fulfilling the orders in a timely fashion, and that's one way, easiest way to take care of that. The next one would be your completion rate. Your completion rate is you accept the order, and then you decide I'm not going to do it. And if it falls below at 80 or below 80, you can qualify to be deactivated. So you want to avoid those two things right there. So let's got to keep that in mind. If you're multi-apping, you're going to this order for that order on another platform, by whether that be Uber Eats, Bite Squad, Grubhub, or whatever it may be. You just got to kind of keep those things in mind. So basically, you just want to keep your ratings above your completion rate above that 80 on that rotating 100 previous orders accepted. So that's how that works. Let me give you just a brief explanation of what I mean by the previous rolling 100. What it means is once you accept an order, that's number one, and then the ones you decline do not count towards your acceptance rating or your completion rating. It's or I take that back. Ones you decline do not go towards your completion rating at all. It's only orders that you accept and then you complete it, and it's a rotating rolling 100. So the oldest one will drop off, and it only maintains the top 100 or your last 100. So if you're at 100 and you take an order, this one back over here drops off, and everything shifts down, and then so on and so forth. So it's continuously rotating. The same goes for your ratings. So the more ratings you get, the more that some of those bad ones will get pushed out. If you've ever gotten a bad one, it will take 100. Like say you got a 1-star rating right now, it will take 100 more customers rating you to push that 1-star off. All right, and the same goes with your acceptance rating. The acceptance rating, you can be at whatever it wants. You can be at 0, you can be at 100. If you are 100, you got a problem, but it's off your last 100. So the last 100 orders that came through, how many of those did you accept and how many of those did you decline? And then the same thing, if the last one was a decline and you decline over here, your acceptance rating is not going to change. The next 10 are declines, and you take one out of those next 10 that you get, your acceptance rating is going to change a little bit. Alrighty, with that covered, now we got that covered, how your ratings work and how that can get you activated. How can your actions as a DoorDasher get you deactivated? You're stupid and you act like a clown, you're going to get deactivated. And what do I mean by acting like a clown? Very simple. Do not argue with the customer or with a restaurant. All right, you need to be respectful at all times while you're doing your job. That's just a matter of decency as doing, you're working, right? No matter what the customer says or even what the vendor says, if you're going into a place in a restaurant, you're picking up, and the restaurant owner starts yelling at you, just hit the decline button or just leave the store, go out, call support, let them know what's going on. You feel it's hostile and it's unsafe for you, to pick up from this restaurant because of the way people are acting or somebody is acting inside there. And then, you got yourself covered. That customer support either cancel that on your behalf or whatever it may be. It won't usually affect your ratings, and if it does, just take the hit. It's better taking that little hit, that 1%, than getting deactivated. If a customer is going like that, a customer's texting you saying, "Where's my order?" You know, you hear the Reddit on the Reddit board. "How come you're not here yet?" Don't even respond. If you're still at the restaurant, you can reply back, but you got to be very respectful. Still waiting on your order for pickup. It's clean and simple. And I'm gonna tell you right now. And here's a tip on those. If it's a no tip or a low tip order, those are your Karens. Those are the ones that are going to be your biggest complainers, your bad raters, and your haters. All right. So that's another reason not to take no tip, low tip orders, because they'll get you deactivated in a heartbeat. Number one, they're going to be cheap, so don't even deal with them. On the other spectrum, if you're doing Uber Eats, get to know those customers, because some of them are out there that will show a $4 tip when you can see that there's, you know what your base is, and you're getting a $4 tip. They'll take that tip back. So don't even take those orders. I mean, a lot of times you can't see the address that it's going to, just what restaurant you're picking up, but get to know the names. I know mine, and if I see them and they come across and I take an order and I look at the name going, nope, tip baiter, I unassign it. I'm done with it. And or ones that have been no tips in the past, and all of a sudden they're going to be they're a tip baiter. So don't have to do anything with them. Don't argue with the customer about a tip. Don't hold someone's food up for hostage to get their tips. I've read this on Reddit. People like, I'm down here with your food. You want to come get it? You can come get it. Or if you want me to bring it to you, you better have a couple more dollars for me, or something stupid like that. That kind of stuff will get you deactivated quickly. All right. So just avoid that situation. Don't take those low tip orders and those no tip orders. Then you won't have the problems. Stay in your same routine. A lot of times you're going to see a lot of repeat customers, so you get to know who those good ones are and those bad ones are, and you can avoid them. So those right there, those things right there will save you from being deactivated. But short of claiming a customer claiming no, the food wasn't delivered. Here's simple CYA. Take pictures, take photos, submit it. Even if it's one that says hand to customer or something like that, if you feel it's necessary, if it's shady or you feel any inkling about it, take a picture of the house before you walking up, if you can, or even after you're done. When you're standing there with the customer, just take a picture of it, have it for your own photo. So if something comes up of it, you can say, here's my photo. They can match it up with the track, and they can match it up from if they've had food deliveries or photos at the door before. Same thing. Double check to make sure you're dropping off at the right location. You may think you're dropping off the right location, and you're not. And if the customer can claim they didn't get their food, I mean, if you've had other complaints by other people in the past, it can come back and bite you in the butt. So always double check your information in your drop off, and whenever you're dropping off. Here's an example. Here's a what not to do of a photo, and here's that same photo showing you what you should do. The difference between the two is I'm showing the apartment number. That's the apartment number I'm supposed to be dropping off at. That's the apartment number on the door. That, as much right there as you can. It may not show the building number because you can't get that on the thing, but if you can get something that's very distinguishable to that location where you're dropping off, make sure it's in the photo. It will help you down the line, because that photo will stay in there. If a customer wants to say, hey, I never got delivered to, they'll do like a little comparison between previous drop-offs to the current one and say, yeah, that was the same house as you accepted orders before at. So, oh, the driver stole it after they took it off. Now it's on them to prove that you stole the food. If you don't take that photo, you have no proof, and do not mark things complete unless you're completed. If you're marking them complete and you're not getting the customer their food, or it's in some obscure location where a customer without no photo, you're going to get deactivated. So, just use some common sense and things like that. I don't need to be hearing your sob story on Reddit about you got deactivated for no reason. No, you got deactivated because you were being stupid. So don't be stupid out there. Be smart, and you'll be fine. All right. Don't worry about what other people say and what other people do. Do it right. Do what you need to do. CYA. It'll take care of itself, and you'll be fine. With that, those are my top ways not to get deactivated. You know, maintaining your ratings that you need to maintain. There's only 2 of them that you need to really worry about: your customer rating and your completion rate. Other than that, your acceptance rating doesn't matter. DoorDash does not care if you've done 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 100 deliveries. If you do something stupid, you will get deactivated. They don't have to keep you around. It's that simple. That's life. If you don't like life, I'm sorry. With that, we're going to go Tim, OMG. Peace. You all have a good one. And